Hi everybody, this is Gigi from Kauai Community College. In this video, I will be talking about model drawing, but in relation to fractions. Okay, so we're gonna do word problems. We're gonna solve word problems using the model drawing strategies with fractions. It's awesome. It's gonna go ahead and take away your students' fear of fractions. So I'm excited. Let's get started, okay? Okay, so here we go. Model drawing with fractions. Suppose after spending 2/5 of his money on a tractor, Jorgen has $42 left. How much money did he have at first? Okay, so the model drawing approach asks you to step one, rewrite the question as a sentence. So Jorgen had blank dollars at first. Okay, who and what are involved? That's the second step. It's Jorgen and his money. Okay, so how much money does he have? We don't know. It's that much. Okay, and what did he do with his money? He's spending 2/5 of it on a toy tractor. So we're going to go ahead and divide that up into 5 equal pieces. And then we mark 2 of his spending, and the rest of it is $42 that he has left. The question mark is, how big is that bar? How much money did he have at the beginning? Now, once you visually see that right there, you would see that $42 is the 3 empty units. So each one of those units is 42 divided by 3, which is 14, right? Let's see how we get 14 real fast. 42 is the same as 30 and 12. 30 divided by 3 is 10, 12 divided by 3 is 4, so it's 14. Each one of these pieces is 14, right? So altogether, that question mark, the whole entire bar consistent of 5 equal pieces. So Jorgen had 14 times 5, which is 70. Well, how did we see 70 so fast? Okay, let's slow down and process that. 10 times 5 is 50. 4 times 5 is 20, so altogether that's $70. So Jorgen had $70 to begin with. So visual model drawing is awesome. You totally take away the whole fear of fraction because it's no longer fractions. Look at that. I don't see any fractions in there, right? Except for that bar model. Okay, so next. Caitlin has $400. She spent 2/5 of her money on this fancy handbag and then 1/4 of the remainder on a cute shirt. How much money does she have left? Okay, so again, Caitlin has blank dollars left. What's involved here? Caitlin's money. How much money does she have? $400. What does she do with her money? 2/5 of it. So divide that $400 into 5 equal parts. 2/5 of that on a handbag. The remainder, she's gonna spend 1/4 of that. So there's just these blue bars there. Might be confusing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy down that remainder of the money, okay? And I am gonna show 1/4 of it being spent on a shirt. So let's divide that into 4 equal parts. 1/4 of it is on a shirt. The question is asking how much money does she have left? And that's the 3 out of 4 equal parts there. How much money does she have left, right? All right, so let's go and digest that information and see where we can head to. We see that $400 right here is 5 equal parts. So each equal part must be $80. So then the remainder, which would be the 3 parts here, the remainder is 240. So if 240 is going to be divided into 4 equal parts, so the shirt must have been $60, or each one of these small equal parts in red is $60. So she has 60 times 3 left, which is $180 left, right? So she has $180 left. That's the question mark. Nice. Very, very clean, right? And that's with the help of model drawing. All right, next question. Macy baked cookies. She gave a third of it to her auntie, and then she put 5/8 of the remaining cookies in the freezer. And then she just have a dozen left to share with her family. How many cookies did she bake altogether? Well, Macy baked blank cookies altogether. That's how you're going to answer that question. Who and what are involved? Macy's cookies. Okay, so she baked blank amount of cookies. She gave a third to her auntie. So I'm going to show a third of it to her auntie, 1 equal part out of 3. Then she put 5/8 of the remaining cookies in the freezer. So I'm going to go ahead and copy down that remainder, which is in the purple box there. Okay, and 5/8. So I'm going to show 8 equal parts. Shave 5 in the freezer, and then the rest of it is a dozen, which is 12. Okay, the question mark is how many cookies did she bake altogether? So we can see here that 12 consists of 3 equal parts in purple there. So each one of those is 4. And the whole entire purple bar, meaning the remaining cookies, consists of 8 equal parts. So that must be 32. Therefore, each one of those black equal parts up there is 16. Auntie also got 16. Therefore, altogether, the question mark is 16 times 3, which is 48 cookies altogether. So she baked 48 cookies. Nice. All right, one more. Jorgen read 42 pages of his book on Monday. He read 2/5 of his book on Tuesday. And then he read a quarter, and then there still is a quarter of the book left for him to read. How many pages does this book have? Okay, so the book has blank pages. Now let's go brainstorm a little bit. There's a lot of information here. So we want to go ahead and digest the information before we draw the book, right? Which is what is involved here. So on Monday, this is brainstorming here. On Monday, Tuesday, and then some left over to be read. Okay, so on Monday, he read 42 pages. On Tuesday, he read 2/5 of the book. So that whole entire bar is the book. I just showed 2/5 of it is what he read on Tuesday, right? And then 42 comes out of that white part right there, but we're gonna go ahead and digest that information for in a second. And then what's left over to read? 1/4 of it is left over to read. That's the green part, right? So I can see here that in order to show how many pages the book is, which is what the work that must be shown for this bar model, I need to know how to represent my book, meaning how many equal parts am I going to show, right? So the yellow and the green, the yellow is talking about 5/5, so that's counting by 5, and then 5 equal parts. And then the green is 1/4, so that's talking about 4 equal parts. 4 and 5. That reminds me of the concert problem. So let's go count by 4. You have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. And then let's go count by 5. You have 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh, there you go. There's the lucky guy. 20, right? 20 will account for both 4 and 5. So what we're going to do is to draw that book, but we're going to use, instead of 2/5, we're going to use 8/20. And then instead of 1/4, we're going to use 5/20. Now I can represent the book with 20 equal parts and be able to show both the yellow and the green in the same picture. Okay, so here's the book. The yellow part is 8/20. The green part is 5/20. And then guess what? That part right in the middle, that's the 42 pages that he read on Monday. Okay, so now the question mark is how many pages does this book have, right? So we know that 7 units is 42, right? So let's take a look right there. There's 7 units right here. 7 unit is 42. So each unit is 6. 42 divided by 7 is 6. So then the whole entire bar, which is how many pages that book is 20 units. Therefore, 6 times 20 is 120 units. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. All right. Last one. This one is sort of a brain bender here. Okay. 3/4 of a brick is balanced with 2/3 of a pound. How much does the brick weigh? Okay, so the brick weighs blank pound. What's involved? There's a brick and there's a 1 pound. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show 3/4 of that brick. Take 3/4 of it right there. Is being balanced with 2/3. So 2/3 mean 2 parts out of 3 of a pound. So that whole entire bar right there is 1 pound. Okay, so how much does the brick weigh? So less than a pound based on my picture, right? Well, let's see how we go and figure that out. We see that this part right here, from here to there, that's the same. But one of them has 3 equal bars and one of them has 2 equal bars. So I'm thinking, hey, if I see them differently and have that part right there be 6 equal parts, then I will have them in the same size pieces. So I'm going to draw in those blue bars right there. So then now my whole entire brick has 8 equal parts, right? Then I'm going to draw in through these blue bars down here to get them to be at the same size. And look at that. Each one of them has 6 units, right? This one has 6 units. That's the same as this one. Also have 6 units, right? Now from the fact that this is 1 pound, we know that each one of these, it will be 1/9 of a pound. So if we go up and say, oh, hey, you are the same size, so you must be 1/9 of a pound. Each one of those is 1/9 of a pound. Altogether, you have 8/9 of a pound. That's how heavy the brick is. Nice. Okay, that's pretty awesome. At the beginning, you look at the problem and you're like, what? How do you even figure that out, right? But bar model is awesome. It shows you visually how things relate. All right, so that is it for today.